Some decisions are major decisions. And also there are a lot of small decisions that we don't make, that they tax our minds, they drain our energy, they create a lot of anxiety and nervousness and mental torment because we don't take care of it. We decide not to decide, which is a decision.
The result of one's life is a choice, whether it's a voluntary choice or an involuntary choice. Most people think that the only time that life is a result of their actions is when they do the right things, and they fail to recognize that the passive choices they make, when they're not engaged in trying to be better, they create the opposite result. And so you are correct. They do choose it. And you got to realize, bro, that most people will fucking stay in that uncomfortable situation their entire lives and then just eat the regret later and say, oh, I had a good life. And dude, if we're being real, that's bitch shit. That's bitch ass shit. That's pussy shit. Look, man, if you don't have the courage to become what it is you want to do or become what it is you want to become, it's going to be you that has to go in the hole with the regret.
You're going to have to fucking suffer, man. This fucking 0.25, man, this is... Man, you're gonna have to fucking suffer to go from this fat, insecure motherfucker to one of the best guys on the planet Earth. This journey is gonna take something that is gonna be incomprehensible to most people. It's all on you. It's all on you. The self part is what's big.
Deciding to decide, to act, is a major, major challenge for all of us at different points in different areas of our lives. And there are things that happen to us along the way, experiences that we have that prevent us from working through the mental block of acting, of doing those things that we know we ought to do.
Stop focusing so hard on how bad you feel and start focusing on what your mission is in life. Let me tell you something and save you years and years and years and years. You cannot eliminate all the anxiety from your life. Anxiety serves a purpose in your life, and that purpose is to remind you when something needs to be addressed that you're not addressing. But guess what cures anxiety? Action towards the thing that you know needs to be done. We live in this culture right now of victimhood. We live in this culture where everywhere we turn and everywhere we look on the internet, we see people talking about mental health. We see people talking about their depression, their anxiety, their frustration, their stress, their negativity, etc. Bro, when you surround yourself with that, it's like swimming in a swimming pool full of negativity. And when you look around and all you can see is people that are talking about how fucked up they are, your natural reaction is to start looking at yourself and say, well, fuck, what's fucked up about me? Every single one of us has a past. Every single one of us has things that we regret. Every single one of us has situations that have happened to us. Every single one of us has things that bother us from our past. And when we constantly dwell, we constantly focus, and we get obsessed with those things, and we start telling ourselves this story, well, I can't feel good because this happened to me, or I can't feel good because of that happened to me. Well, that happened to you, bro. How the fuck can you change that? Guess what? You can't. So what you have to do is you have to come to terms with the reality of what has happened, and you have to give yourself some grace. You have to forgive yourself. You have to let yourself understand that thing that happened to me, while it wasn't ideal and it wasn't great and it was very painful and I might have handled it wrong, I learned a lesson from it.
And so what I want you to think about is, what is there that you know you need to do, that you want to do this, but for some reason or another, you've been holding back. For some reason or another, you just have not been able to gather your nerves or be able to work through the procrastinating or putting it off or justifying or blaming. Some reason or another, you just haven't done it. And you know you ought to do this. You really want to do this, but you don't know why you haven't done it. Because in order to begin to reinvent your life, you've got to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort. That you really got to put all of yourself into it. It's very challenging to act. to do those things. There are times when you're looking at it and you say, I know I need to do this, but I don't feel like it. I don't want to do it. I know I need to do it, yet leave me alone. No, I don't want to do it. So what do? What are those things that cause us to do like that? I think that among the things that prevent us from acting is the fear of failure. And if you've already failed, you don't want to fail again. The pain of that, the disappointment.
That's who we are. That's our fear. We're like that. We're vicious, we're ferocious because the fact that we lost before and we've been disappointed before. We don't want that feeling anymore. The thought that we have to go back to Brownsville, you have to go back to 7 Mile. That fucking fear. That's our biggest fear, to go back where we started.
Without our fear, we're nothing.
I know.
We get hit by cars every fucking day. We just walk out, we're oblivious. Fear keeps us conscious of our existence. It keeps us conscious of knowing that we're mortal.
The fear of loss is another thing. Because many times when we do those things that we know we need to do, we feel that we might lose somebody that we love very much and care about. We don't want to hurt anybody. Many of us don't act because we want other people's approval. We want everybody to like us and to accept us. And that's not possible. So there are many reasons why we don't act. There are other things, though, that affect us. Is that not wanting to take personal responsibility. We want somebody else to do it. And many times we pick up our inability to do certain things from people that we love, people that we admire.
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you. And you don't want to fix it. There is no fucking life hack. To grow that thing, how do you grow it? Do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna fucking suck.
What I'm saying to you is that as you begin to look out on your life, this is challenging. This is not easy acting. So what are the things that we can begin to do to harness our will? Number one, you've got to bring it out and look at it. You got to take the power out of it. You've got to expose it to the truth. And the truth is that it has no power over you. So write down something you want to act on, but for some reason that you've been holding back, and look at it. The next thing is, ask yourself the question, is it helping you to continue to put it off? If it's an asset for you to continue to procrastinate, then continue to do that. But if it's a liability for you, if it's causing you some mental and some emotional challenges, or perhaps a financial problem, look at that. Examine that for what it is. Next step, ask yourself, what's blocking you? What's preventing you from acting? Why don't you have the courage to handle that? Why won't you face that? What are you running away from? What kind of avoidance behavior are you engaged in? Next is, what is the worst thing that can happen when you take action? Next is, how will you feel after taking this action? When we look out on our lives, you ask the question, what are you going to do? Look at, as you think about this that you know you need to handle, what are you going to do? And then write down 3 strong reasons on why you know you must take action. And being explicit and descriptive in your reasons, because your reasons have power. Your reasons will drive you. When you have doubt, when your faith becomes weak, your reasons will fortify your faith. When you have an inner conversation, say, no, don't do that. Your reasons will become your rod and your staff to comfort you, to take you through those challenging moments.
We're all looking for this golden purpose. Is it this? Is it that? Is it making money? Is it my family? Motherfucker, the purpose is you. Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some fucking shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today? Do you want to feel like a little bitch? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? Why am I not doing this for myself? That is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
So write down your reasons. And what you will find, that when you decide to act, when you decide to take life on, And let me warn you, it can be painful, it will be uncomfortable, and that's where the growth is. When you're uncomfortable, when you're stretching out, when you're taking life by the collar, you're going to get thrown to the ground again and again and again. But when you have determination and you know that what you're doing is right, it gives you your life, it gives a special meaning and power to you, you will have some power from on high. You will discover some things about yourself that will begin to electrify your personality. You'll begin to discover some things about you that you don't know you've got.
And when you can follow through on the things that you set out to do, when you say, hey, I'm gonna do this, and then you can go do it without any hesitation, bro, you believe in yourself, you trust yourself, you start to love yourself, and you say, damn, dude, I'm a bad motherfucker, okay? And guess what happens to your confidence? It goes up.
If you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, that is really not easy as some people will make us feel. That living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging.
It takes everything. Anybody who tells you it doesn't take everything is lying. Anybody who's come from base level and built anything relevant, it takes everything. Everything.
It was brutal. It's a brutal journey every fucking day. And it was a violent struggle daily to get where I'm at today.
It's hard. That living alone is just very difficult. And once we begin to come to grips with the fact that living is difficult, life is very challenging. I heard a song once by a guy named Dimples called, "If it ain't one thing, it's another." I say to you, if it ain't one thing, it's 12 others. So how do we begin to nurture that hunger? What are the characteristics or the qualities of people that are hungry? What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? And being hungry for those things, number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending.
There's billions of people in this world, and they're all supposed to be individuals. We have a pack mentality. That's why you're so fucking lost. Why am I so unique? I'm being exactly what the fuck I was supposed to be. I ain't follow shit. And when I did follow shit, I was like everybody else. The second I said, okay, man, hang on, dude. You don't like this, you don't like this, you don't like this. Who are you, David Goggins? Who are you supposed to be? Miraculously, all these things just, I couldn't even, the list of shit I had to do just wham. It's like, fuck, okay. Wow. Once you sit down with yourself and say, okay, I don't want to be like Michael Jordan or Jim Brown. I'm going to be David fucking Goggins. And that looks like this. It just came, everything flooded. So every single day of my life, there's a different thing that comes up that I have to do.
It's very important. You owe that to yourself. I was reading a book by Og Mandino called The University of Success. Read one line, gave me a chill. I didn't have to read anything else in the book. He said, many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin, don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. And then there goes a second, there goes another second, there goes another second, and we can't stop and hold time. And before you know it, you wake up one day and you're behind on your dreams and your bills.
If you don't exercise or draw out the potential in yourself, you are going to feel depressed. You're going to feel anxious because you know in your heart that you are leaving everything that you could potentially do and potentially become on the table. And that is going to bother you. That is going to make you feel depressed. That is going to make you feel dark. What is it you're trying to do? What is your mission? What kind of shape are you in? How do you eat? How do you train? What are you reading? What's your environment like? Are you spending all this time scrolling, or are you spending time moving forward? Look around at all these soft crying about their lives and realize that you don't want to be one of them. So
decide that you're going to take some time to work on you, that you deserve that. from yourself that your life deserves some prime time, because you are creating your own production. As Michael Todd would say, you are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script, working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up. You'll get scared sometimes. Your mind will go blank on you. Some people you will allow to unnerve you. And you wonder, what's wrong with me? I'm not crazy. That's why you've got to learn to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stand up inside yourself. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life. When you have something you want to do, if you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve. And other people will convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value, and you'll give up on your dream. One idea can turn your life around. Deciding that you're going to focus to develop your skills. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. Most of us don't like to do those things that come easy to us. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself, because part of beginning to get a larger vision of yourself, all of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence.
Like, bro, we're here to create, we're here to live, we're here to build, we're here to contribute. That can look a lot of different ways for a lot of different people. It doesn't mean build a business. It doesn't mean, it means doing your best and leaving none of your potential on the table. And dude, if you don't do that, guess what? You're gonna feel like shit. It's just reality.
So you've got to work on it. When other folk are having a good time, you've got to have the strength of character to concentrate, to read, to digest information. If you decide in any particular area that you're concerned about, to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to read one book a month in that area, in 5 years, you'll be among the top 5% experts in the world. Decide that you're going to push yourself. Most people won't do that. Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. The power to hold on in spite of everything, the power to endure. This is the winner's quality. The hunger, the ability to face defeat again and again without giving up. This is a winner's quality. You have that quality within you. When you're hungry, you don't care about the facts. You don't care about the odds. There's greatness in you. And you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. And since I'm going to do this, I'm going to harness my will. And I'm not going to let anything stop me. I deserve this. I'm going to do it until.
It's all on you. It's all on you.